Welcome to Wide Voices. It's good to be talking to my young investors again. Uh, the question came by my desk today talking about stock splits, and you guys didn't understand what a stock split is all about. So I figured I'd come on here and try to share some information about what happens when a stock split. We're going to use Netflix as an example because this is a play that I think I'm going to put in for a 2-year play sooner than later, probably in the next couple of months. But let's look at what happened with Netflix when Netflix split in 2004. They had a 2-for-1 split. That means if you had a share, when it split, you ended up with 2 shares. Then in 2015, they had a 7-for-1 split. That means if you had a share, it turned into 7. But I really want to know what happened last year. Last year, Netflix went had a 10-for-1 split. 10-for-1 split. That means if you had 1 share, it went down from the price because the price in November of last year was about $1,100 to $1,122 a share is what Netflix was going for at that time. 1 share. Well, when it split, you ended up with 10 shares for around $110 to $112 a share. And they did this mainly because people can't afford to buy a whole share at that big price of $1,100 to $1,122. So when it split, it brought the cost down. You gave the person that had 1 share 10 shares, and now it's $110 to $112 a share. You know, uh, and I've been watching it ever since it split coming into the new year. I want to see what happened because before Netflix split, they did some buying. I think they bought Disney. You guys can do the research on what all they bought, but they made some power moves. They bought some stuff and some different companies. That's what big companies do. They buy small companies. And when it went down to 110, I said, well, it's going to take a while for them to, implement what their new strategy, because they never buy nothing unless they got a strategy in place or putting a strategy in place to make Netflix bigger and better than it was before. So, coming into the new year, I watched it after the split. It went down to 110. And I got to looking around at it today. It's trading now at $83 to $84 a share. It's still going down. And the reason I'm bringing this to you guys' attention is because I want you guys to keep an eye on this. Keep an eye on this. Help me out. Keep an eye on this one here because I think it's going to go down a little further, into maybe the 60s or the low 70s. We do want to buy this. So start putting your money to the side. If you don't have any money, start putting money to the side. So when this thing starts to turn back around, we gonna buy in low and then we gonna sit back. and let it run for 2 years. This one, I think, is going to make a lot of money. It's going to make a lot of money. Uh, Stock splits doesn't make you richer instantly, but they make it easier to buy shares and build wealth over time. Netflix is a great example of how a company can grow massively over years, and how early investors who stay patient benefit the most. You know, I looked at Netflix for a couple of years. I always wanted to buy Netflix, but it was, man, when I started looking, when I learned about Netflix, it was up to like $700, $800 a share, and it just kept going up and up and up. And I should have started buying fractional shares back then, but then I took my eye off of Netflix, and then I just recently started thinking about Netflix again and started doing the research, and this is what I found. I did the research, went all the way back to 2004. You see a 2-to-1 split. 2015, a 7-to-1 split. 2025, a 10-to-1 split. Last year was in November. It was $1,122 for the high. It split. You got 10 shares at that time. That was worth 110. I'm pretty sure some people probably sold off. Some people didn't. Some people's holding it. Some people's been averaging costing down. And I just been sitting in the wings, just waiting. Now it's at $83 a share. This is one that we need to keep an eye on, because if it goes down into the 70s, we're going to keep an eye on it. It might even go down into the 60s before Netflix shoot to the moon. But right now, if you was to buy Netflix right now, and just set on it for a couple years, I think this is going to be one that's going to really shoot to the moon for you. This is learning the game and learning to be patient in the game. Okay, let's just take a quick look at the charts. Here we are right now, today. Like I tell you guys, we always go back. Let's look at 1 year back. I saw it at 134 was the high, fell down to 81. That was last year. And then 5 days ago, we see it at a high up here at 86. It's still going down, And then 1 day ago, we had an all-time low of 82, but it climbed back up by the end of the day, and it closed out. It closed at about $83, something like that. This is just an example of how you looking to buy low and sell high in a great company when you see a stock split. Keep this on the radio, on your radar, and we'll be talking about this one a little bit more in the future. If you like this type of information and that you think that this is good information, please subscribe and hit the like button. And to all my young adults out there, let's put this one on the radar, and let's keep an eye on Netflix, because Netflix is a great company. They spent a lot of money last year, and I'm just sitting in the wing waiting to buy in low. I've been telling y'all to learn how to buy low and let it run to the moon. Talk to you guys soon. This is the Stockman Ford. And if you like this content, type in y/voices on YouTube, and it'll take you to our channel. Talk to you guys soon.